murmuring sound of a girl hit my ears, and I awoke from my sleep. I looked around and found nothing. It was strange, as this had been happening to me since past 3 nights, since the day I had checked into this hotel. I even told my boyfriend about the strange things happening, but he ignored me, saying I must be imagining things, as I was staying in that hotel room all alone. This all started when one night I was in my hometown, scrolling down my Facebook feed, and I received an unknown friend request from a person named Adam Carlos. At first, I ignored him, but the second day, I received a personal message from him saying he knows me and he wanted to be my friend. I was curious to know who he was, so I accepted his friend request. He said he was a mutual friend on Facebook. We started to have casual and formal conversations. After weeks of chatting, we eventually fell for each other. He said that he was from Australia and soon will be traveling to Los Angeles for some work and suggested we meet for the first time. I was a vlogger and ran a YouTube channel on which I posted videos about my tour and travels. So I decided to take a few days off from college and travel to Los Angeles. I loved documenting my trips for my blogs and was completely passionate about it. I always traveled alone and had visited Los Angeles many times before. But this time, it was for the purpose of documenting a new vlog for my channel and, of course, to meet Adam for the very first time. I arrived in LA before Adam, so I can get a jump on taking some footage of the city. I stayed with one of my relatives, Aunt Susan, but as she was quite a nagger and I wanted to shift my stay to a hotel. Adam booked me a cheap local hotel that one of his friends recommended not too far from where my aunt lived. It was a good idea, at least that is what I thought. But what happened later was entirely out of imagination. It was bone-chilling, and it changed my life forever. It was a creepy old hotel, which was away from downtown. But I wasn't here to review hotels. I was here to experience the city and meet Adam. I would see new places all day, and came back late to the hotel room each night after gathering all my videos for my vlog. But every night I spent there was a horrifying experience to me, as some mystical phenomenon was taking place inside that room, bringing my veins to shiver. I heard murmurings, sound of a girl each night, along with loud cries and screams. Even my personal stuff like my makeup kit, lipstick, my clothes were getting misplaced, and some suspicious marks were engrossed on my body every morning. I shared all these experiences with my brother, and he warned me to leave that hotel as soon as I could. Adam was still days away, and I was already on the verge of leaving. The next night I went to sleep, exhausted after getting all my travel-related material, and heard the murmuring sound again that night. It scared me so much that I decided to leave the hotel the next morning. Adam begged me to spend another night at that hotel until he arrives to help me find a new place. I was just roaming around in my room, waiting for Adam to come, when I saw the shadow of a running girl on the wall and noticed a tiny camera hidden in my room. I was shocked to find it, and what I found in the video slid the ground off my feet. A young girl in her teens was seen in the video with Adam. As she was in a conversation with him, he suddenly attacked her and dragged her down the chair. The girl could not understand a thing. Adam rammed a piece of cloth in her mouth and tied her hands back with a rope. She tried everything to stop him, but he pulled her down each time and slammed her back to the ground. Every time she hit the ground, her head would slam against the floor. He had raped her. After that, he started to cut her skin from a sharp object to make her bleed. She wanted to scream and cry to the top of her voice, but she was helpless. She kept weeping and struggling to break free from the dead being, but all in vain. It was clear that he took pleasure in torturing the girl and watching her bleed to death. It was satisfying for him. My heartbeat escalated to the top. I startled and was completely frozen for a minute. I was his next victim, and this man that I fell in love with was a psycho serial killer who recorded his rapes and murders. It was hard for me to accept this dark side of Adam, as he treated me no less than a princess. I could not believe it. No way, not Adam. But then again, I never even met him before. All of a sudden, I saw the shadow of the girl in the mirror. It was her, that girl in the video. She pointed towards the door as if she was asking me to escape from there before Adam arrives. It was clear that Adam had murdered her, and she wanted to help. Quickly, I ran to the nearest police station with that video evidence. I informed everything that happened to the police, and they ensued a warrant and eventually arrested Adam when he finally arrived. Later, I learned that that hotel room actually belonged to Adam, and he admitted that not only that girl, but he had raped and murdered many other girls as well. He had lured these girls by messaging them on Facebook or Instagram with the same story in his web of lies, and persuaded them to fall in love and meet him. I was going to be another victim, but I was saved by that girl's soul. It was the last time I had accepted the friend request of an unknown person on Facebook any longer.